Hey guys, welcome to episode number 441. Today's Friday, so it's Fan Friday, and today is a very My Aquarium Box type of day. So I thought I would bring you along with me so you can see what I'm up to today. We've got a few things to accomplish today. First, we've got a big shipment that just came in for this month's My Aquarium Box. So I gotta go pick that up. I think it's a complete pallet full of stuff. Very excited to pick that up, so I'll bring you along with me for that. And then afterwards, we have to get all of our stuff together for the NEC convention, which is next weekend in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. So if you're in the area, if you want to check us out, if you want to check out the NEC, definitely go do that. It's going to be a super awesome time. There's a lot of speakers. The entire weekend is full of stuff to do, and it ends with a giant auction on Sunday. So definitely go to that if you're in the area. It's basically the biggest fish auction in the New England area for the year, and it's super exciting. So come along with me and we'll see what we're up to today. All right, so part one of the mission was a success. We got plenty of boxes back there. It was one full pallet worth. And I guess you have to wait till next week's My Aquarium Box comes out to see exactly what's inside. But part one done, let's move on to the next. So I was in the area and I decided to swing by my old stomping grounds, a local fish store that I've gone to for years before I moved to a different town. And lo and behold, the place is closed, which is kind of sad. It was a little hole-in-the-wall place. Wasn't very big at all, but it looks like it's now a Coldwell banker, or at least it's getting turned into one. This place used to be packed full of aquariums and fish and all kinds of stuff, and I think it's just sort of a sign of the times that more and more people are buying online, and small pet shops like this are having a real tough time competing with the big box stores and online sellers. But got a whole rant to do on that. All right, so here's the rant. Here's the local fish store rant. Now, times are certainly changing. I think everyone has seen local fish stores go out of business, and it's incredibly sad because they're going out of business way faster than new stores are popping up. And to a certain extent, you know, local fish stores are the lifeblood of this community, because where are you going to go to buy fish, right? For most people, that's whatever their local fish store is. And if all of those are closing, it gives people less options for shopping for fish, which is always a bad thing. Obviously, big box stores are putting a lot of pressure on. They're buying fish, you know, in bulk mass quantities, and you know, people tend to go where it's convenient to shop, and those are usually the big shopping plazas with the big box stores. But obviously, as everyone knows, the big box store fish are oftentimes underfed, not cared for. You know, oftentimes they have illnesses, and the selection just isn't there. And so, you know, you really can't replicate the kind of service that you get from a local fish store. So the less of them we have around, the worse off we all are as a community and as a hobby. However, this is the part that I think is important. The pet stores that are surviving, the ones that are thriving, have a lot of things that are different, right? So a little place like this in a strip mall, who are they catering to, right? Just the people that live in this town. And so the question is, how many people keep fish tanks that live in this specific town, who are going to go here and shop for fish? And how often are they buying food? How often are they buying fish and other things, right? It's not all that often. So if someone drops by once a month, you know, maybe that's considered a good customer. And in a way, that's not sustainable. I mean, you think about the size of the town and the number of people that would need to go to your store to buy things on a consistent basis to keep the doors open. And you either need to have, you know, pet food, like dog food and cat food and other supplies that people would be there for at the same time, or you just need like a massive place that draws a large crowd. Because they know you for your quality of fish or your selection or whatever the case may be. But if you're just like an average size store and you know you don't have enough in stock because the place isn't big enough, right? Or the prices are just too high because you don't have enough people coming through the door, it's a really vicious cycle which just sort of cannibalizes itself. So, you know, 10 people walk through the door, one person notices that the price is a lot higher than they can get somewhere else, so they walk out the door and they never come back, right? And that keeps happening and it keeps happening and the prices keep going up to compensate for that, and the problem just gets worse and worse. And not only that, but if there are less people shopping, less people buying fish and supplies and everything else, then the turnover rate of those things is a lot less. So if, you know, a store, through no fault of their own, let's say they buy, 100 neon tetras and they sit in a tank for months and months and months. And sometimes people come in and buy them, you know, maybe they buy 5 or 10 or whatever, or maybe just 1 or 2. The rate at which you can sell those fish and then restock that tank with maybe a different type of fish directly correlates with if that person is going to come back and buy that new type of fish. If someone comes in, let's say once a week or once a month, and it's the same exact fish in that tank and they're still listed at the same price, chances are, you know, they're just going to come back less and less because they realize that nothing has really changed. There's nothing new or exciting for me to take a look at this store. So that becomes a problem as well. And I think, you know, in the information, online, digital age that we're all living, people are getting a lot smarter. They're getting a lot savvier. It's not just about price shopping between a big box store and a local fish store. It's a lot more than that. It's what exactly do you want? You know, is it a certain type of fish? You know, is it a certain type of angelfish or, a certain type of rainbow fish? If you want a very specific type of fish, you have the ability to go online and in less than 5 minutes find out exactly who is breeding that specific type of fish that you want, and you can go buy it from them online. They'll ship it to your door tomorrow, and then it's there and you have it. That becomes a lot different story if you go to your local fish store and maybe they have angelfish, but they don't have the specific type that you want, right? So either you concede and you buy a fish that you really didn't want, or you ask them to order it and then it takes a week for it to get in. And at that point, maybe you've changed your mind or you found the same thing somewhere else. We're in an age where everyone wants something now and they know exactly what they want and they've researched exactly what they want. And there's no reason for them not to get exactly what they want. And I feel like to a certain extent, some local fish stores are having a really tough time keeping up with people, and especially keeping up with people online. Now, there are tons of good examples of stores that have diversified. Something Fishy is a store that I went to in Rhode Island a few months back, and I shot a quick video on that. I think they're doing awesome things, right? They've got a retail store, but they've also got a maintenance and a custom aquarium installation business. They've got 3 different ways that they can make money. And that's really important because if one is really slow, like the retail business, it doesn't matter if no one walks through the door all day long, right? That would be a death sentence for a place like this. But it doesn't matter for them because they might be installing 3 tanks that day, right? Or they might be, you know, going out to service 10 tanks in the Providence area that day. And so, you know, they make up for it in other ways. And that's really important. Stores like Corey from Aquarium Co-op out in Washington is a really great example of someone who has a local fish store, right? Caters to a local audience, but he's also doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, doing a lot of stuff online. He's diversified his business because he's selling online. He's even selling on Amazon now, right? So a local store like this that's only catering to the people that live in this immediate area, they don't have enough reach, right? They don't have enough pull. And because of that, they're always going to be limited to the size of the audience that's in their immediate area. And if that shrinks or stays the same, then as a business, they're in trouble, right? Because there's no way they can grow. The only thing they can hope to do is hang on. And obviously, in this case, that didn't happen. So again, it's sad to see, but that's my little rant over for the day. You know, I think it's really important for everyone to support their local fish stores. I also think it's equally as important for local fish stores to look at their options, to diversify, to do things online, to do as much as they can to be successful, because times are changing and they need to keep up if they want to stay competitive. So that's the rant. Let's get on with the rest of the day. All right, and we are back home hanging out with the puppy dog, and something came in the mail which is really exciting, and I can't wait to test this out. So there's a local company that is dehydrating whole leaf algae and kelps and other seaweeds, and I wanted to test these out to see if these are something that your tangs and some of your other saltwater fish would actually be interested in. Now, as you guys know, a lot of people feed nori to their veggie loving saltwater fish, but I was interested to see if they would also eat sea lettuce, whole leaf kelp, and also dulse. So those are the 3 different types of seaweed that we have here. Again, it's the whole leaf of these seaweeds. It's just dried out, and I'm super curious to see if anything's gonna eat these. So I've got little sample bags. I'm sending one set of these out to a buddy that lives down the street, and I'm sending another set to Mark from Reef Spy. If you guys don't know Mark, go check out his YouTube channel. He actually just did a video comparing 3 different types of nori and which one his fish preferred the best. And so I thought it would be fitting to, right after he sent that video out, to send him some samples of these to see if he could tell me which one of these his fish like the best. And maybe they won't like any of them, but that's what this hobby is all about, experimenting and seeing what's out there and what can possibly be used for fish and for fish tanks. So neat little product here. I believe it comes from the great coast of Maine, and I'll be curious to see what the results are. So stay tuned in a few weeks for more on that. Oh look, my half-inch uniseals came in. 2 days too late for my video. Oh, I was just sitting down to my favorite show. It's on YouTube actually. It's called Mass Aquariums. What up YouTube? This is Mike from Mass Aquariums, and I'm here with another Behind the Box with My Aquarium Box. Got my good friend Anubius over here, and my good friend Kona Longboard over here, and we're gonna unbox the saltwater box. Well, this is the setup for the NEC. I've just got a few items here. I've got a director's chair, which I think is kind of fitting for a YouTube person. It also allows me to sit up a little bit, and I can get on my feet quick to interact with people. We've also got the TV, and I have that on a rolling stand so that I can roll that around and get it in the booth. And I'm thinking of putting together a sizzle reel of a whole bunch of different people opening their My Aquarium box. So people that are walking by can see what other people have gotten in their box over the last year. And yes, maybe Mike will make an appearance in the video as well. The other thing we have is an iPad kiosk, which I think is pretty exciting. And no, we didn't go out and buy a brand new iPad. This is Mike's daughter's old iPad. So we're trying to save as much money as possible. And that's actually my personal TV back there. So, you know, we're making it work on a budget, and it's pretty exciting. We've got these little brochures, these little cards for people to take away with them so that they can learn more about My Aquarium Box. We're going to be bringing some boxes to auction off at the NEC auction on Sunday, which I think is really exciting. And we've got a couple of different offers that we're going to be running while we're there. And the first is a free piece of driftwood. So if you go to the NEC and you want to sign up for My Aquarium Box, we're going to give people a free piece of driftwood if you're there, if you support the NEC, and if you sign up for My Aquarium Box. So we've got like 2 big bags of driftwood, and it's Malaysian driftwood. Pretty excited to give that stuff away. And we're also going to be giving away a free box to people that want to drop their email in our little fish bowl. And hopefully we get quite a few people doing that. There's also a little bit of a secret, and I'll tell you guys because this is Fan Friday, and if you're watching this far into the video, I guess you deserve a little teaser. We have a Fluval Flex that was donated by Fluval, and this next month, in March, is when we're going to launch this next contest. It's going to be a Fluval Flex contest, and we're giving away the Fluval Flex. We're also giving away aquascaping materials. Basically your choice of driftwood and your choice of aquascaping stone to go with the Fluval Flex. And that's a big, big prize that we're going to officially launch here next week with My Aquarium Box. But you guys heard it here first. So there'll be ways to sign up for that online. There will be ways to sign up for that in person at the NEC. If you're coming, make sure you come to the booth so you can enter to win that prize. And anyone that's subscribed to My Aquarium Box is actually automatically going to be entered to win that contest, which is super exciting. Again, that's officially going to be announced next week, but you heard it here first. So anyways, guys, this is the stuff I've been up to today. It's been a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed my day, and I'll see you guys later.